Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the show. Today, I'm going to bring up some activists who have a lot to say in the revolution. We have people like Sama Thomas. We have people like Wonja Wonja. We have the other activists who will be coming to you, Chairman Frank and others. So please take a listen, and while we get to the nooks and crannies of some information that you listen from the various activists. So thank you for listening and stay put.
Cameroonians, good afternoon and good morning. I've studied oppose the notion of the so-called activists coming to Brussels for any reason. People checking me, I be the play and I play. The so-called activists, they come for Brussels, so they come for Unity Conference. And now the same people, when they come for Unity Conference, they pick and choose who's supposed to do for the Unity Conference and who's supposed to do for the. We are all Southern Cameroonians, as they claim. Their meeting was to engulf all activists, as they claim. Activists in the nature of the big MT5 and big force, as they claim. I heard that they invited Comrade Chris, and I was to go and represent Comrade Chris. When I asked for the venue of that meeting, the question now is, how you invite somebody for a meeting? You not tell him inside the meeting ground, but you invite him. I asked for the meeting ground since yesterday. They be unable to talk inside the meeting ground. Comrade Vance asked for the meeting venue. They say, oh, they don't want to let out the meeting venue because they will let out the meeting venue La République Agency for this mainland Europe, this Western Europe. You call meeting for day. Then the fear saying La République go send the agents, they can't disturb that meeting. You get some problem. You are sick. You check say. It means that this news, as I said, they have the so-called Banana Republic when I La République Cameroon. May I really ask them? If they don't get security, they hide them. How do the fear say La République can't disrupt the meeting, so they don't even give the address, even for those who they invite them? So they come for the meeting. They are just given for being a top secret. Make everybody go for the demonstration ground for European Union headquarters of Brussels. Definitely was woman. After the meeting ground, then they will tell you that meeting in the side, yeah. So we will just come on. Maybe everyone will shrink himself. Only liars, only deceitful people will not want to do things in the open. Only people with secret agendas will not want to do things in the open for anybody, so far as the Southern Cameroon struggle is concerned. We'll say it as it is. We'll invite people in an open manner to come and let us sit and discuss about the good of our revolution and our people. But doing it in secrecy means there's a hidden agenda in it. And they claim they are coming to Brussels because they want to come and pave a united front for the empty. They call themselves activists. They want to come and they want to create their own faction, like I've said before. And so anybody who does not want to buy that idea of theirs to create another faction is not allowed into that meeting. Because if you go there, you oppose their motive. That is why they couldn't even tell their invitees and all the activists as they claim where the meeting venue is in Brussels. Shame on them all. I want to put out this information for all Southern Cameroonians to know. Before these deceitful people meet and come out with whatever resolution they are coming out with, let their motive be known before they come out. That they have a hidden agenda. That is the more reason they do not want to tell everybody where the venue of that meeting is. But pretentiously, they said they invited all. How can you invite me and you do not want me to know where the meeting ground is? Where am I going to go without your invitation? Was it a Zoom meeting? And if it was a Zoom meeting, why not give me the Zoom link of that meeting? Deceitful elements. Southern Cameroonians should know them. Sama Thomas.
Fellow Ambazonians, sometimes when we will come out, we'll talk before the one talk for bring down somebody. We need to remind ourselves who will be. Which way the rest of the Ambazonian people they listen to a message, or which way they try for talk for them, they will understand with you. This message now for Fomban and for people that they believe say some people them they deal with La Republic. When are the genuine fighters the way they fight for this liberation. The other day Fomban talk say Chris Anokoli. When I hear this, when I listen to this, I hear all this, I be smile plenty. Why me I be smile and laugh? Because wait see, when sometime you see somebody where it be very humble, it be very truthful, you receive wisdom for that person. This Chris Anoway Fomban they talk so. Now people the way they call it say coup plotter. Coup plotter. We unwa get country o. Unwa take back land. Unwa get military. Because if we begin military, we get caught. These very people they so they for they behind bars. A come somewhere Sako and these gangs of monsters them and thief people them. Where they don't embezzle the thief Ambazonia money, including ye, Fomban, where the message go reach for you. You for there for prison. If we be get country, before una open una mouth, una toss some people that are coup plotters. Shame for people the way they say they go school, but school no go through them. Yes. Shame for people the way they say the true fighter them where they fight with the truth for their mouths. Some people that go who come like La Republic gets almost 4 or 5 way for defeat his opponent. Now the reason that way Paul Biya don't govern that country for 40 years. Like France began for like dash. Because if they're not fit for today, so they push you for their side. They go intimidate, they go buy you off. If they're not fit for buy you off, they go intimidate you. If they're not fit for intimidate you, they go push you for level for set you up. If they not set you up, they know say they will come for kill you. They will kill you. No, not even they will come for kill you. Now still the same thing this way. These sons and daughters of Jezebel, where this struggle, they don't enter for their marrow, where they be so jobless. Where they see true people, the way they reason with all their faculty and truth, they call them say coup plotters. Because say they're not outlined to stealing, manipulation, and lies telling. Sons and daughters of Jezebel. Lucifer, where La Republique don't plant them for inside this struggle. People, the way they don't take the Nyongo spirit, will be possessed by La Republique and France. They will look genuine Ambazonian fighters, call them say coup plotters. We will not take back our country. We will not get the three arms of government. They say they be educated. Come on, go for the same organization where you dey under. They say go for election, you no want go for election. They say go for audit, you no want go for audit. Then form band go can't stand up. He go come for air, how are he talk so? He curse his own self. For talk down for a genuine restoration fighter where he take his phone. He humble himself. He call he say we want for raise money for fights for Lebialem. For country where Fee Masha the king, where una be the calling number, una be down for platform, una raise money with his name. They will die una talks. Before you even die, una say not even there for ground zero. You stand there, you talk to this, so he call you. You expose the level of the stupidity where you get them. Because Ambazonia people don't always see and so. Say if Mr. Chris and after all, una don't talk this, talk this, so una do all these things, then he go for audit. It is stand with the quest of liberation. It is fight the fight with everything una di do am. He still get that audacity for call you. He not get the spirit of enmity. It unite people them. When I see the spirit of a leader for somebody, now only you come on now. You take your own mouth, you take and expose yourself. When you want jealous somebody, you think about the after effect will come after you. Because the spirit for a possession where La Republique don't groom these people the way they come for this struggle now for enrich themselves. Yes. Somewhere a Komesako and these people the way they be joined for this their organization. They take Ambazonian people their money, turn them for organization for make money. And that way they be tell you say this way your time don't reach. They impeach the remove fee. He say no go. He go form some this thing for day. It's in a house of thief people. It's in a house of thief people. And all the thief people they gather for day. When all these very thief people they come out for outside they talk. Their talk they just be like how La Republique absent place is send them. All them so they get the same mind. From the day where the same Christian come out for that platform for ABC, una turn na for this thing, una need talk about La Republique. Una need talk na from one Ambazonian to another Ambazonian. And all the people they una talk na people the way the question about the credibility of lies telling, blackmailing, satanic things them. Una fit take Bible swear, say this struggle be ordained by God. Una fit take Bible swear. Una fit take Bible swell, say una get 100%, una defy the enemy. Una fit take Bible swell, say una not take Ambazonian people them. Una put them for inside business organization, and na for they when una gather, una di carry una satanic altars. Una di see the other people then let's say they be second-class citizens. Right? Una get the audacity for move them for inside for us them. Una get the audacity. The same people there, they pay money for the Ambazonian people, their TV. Una bring them down. Then the same this Christian way get credibility. It unite Ambazonian people them. With all this blackmailing, name calling and all the rest. It is see call whosoever I go call. It is see bring people them for platform we go bring them. Now for tell una say if una stand up una 20 leaders them. Ambazonians they will see know their leader. Ambazonians will see know who will lead them. Even with this situation, for this, all these things already happen so. Yes, Ambazonian people will see know who will lead them. Let I come for talk for form and say, as Ambazonian people they come out, see what way you talk. They respond to it where you talk. You only come for believe to yourself. And that place where you did it. Would you see everybody will come out for that camp? It talk like how La République absent meeting is send Sakoi people. I want to reply them very well. You know when La République person come out come for on top TV. You see how they talk blatant lie. You see how they manifest lies telling. You see the kind of activity where they talk on. You did not say La République is there on that game. And now the same thing, this form ban and this La République agent them. Now not be very good for calling people that say La République agent. But La République, they don't groom una very well. They groom una very well. Now they think that way. Even when I go for ground zero, when I make CPDM close them, send them for suffering people them for ground zero. When I do the same thing when La République they do them, everything. So CPDM close them, send them for brothers and sisters there for ground zero. People then they send chop for suffering people there for ground zero. When I tell them say, men not take them. How many months today when I don't feed them? Because na ole una. Now for tell una the kind satanic mindset where La République get them. Now the reason this way La République need agree, may we will not fix to road. Now the same thing where Sako e come and these monsters the way they don't groom themselves like sons and daughters of Jezebel they get them. Yes. Now the same thing. Fabiano De Cole and Amber Newsline they don't come out for pass message for Ambazonian people. La République agent Samuel Ekome Sako and this form ban is same people there. So they come out say no, many must come now under them. La République is planted agent. Samuel Ekome Sako. They get La République spirit. Everything. Everything. They get La République spirit. It like how any way you go for any office where you see them, you see that pobia or occultic this thing, occultic frame. Now the same thing so. Now the same thing so. These people they don't put them. Sons and daughters of Jezebel. We go rebuke because we do want fight for democracy. We need to fight for common for La République. We go jump enter for fire. We suffer today that they kill Ambazonian people them because of the international conspiracy. It costs we, brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers that they die. If they become, they want to give independence for Southern Cameroon. Southern Cameroon get the third option. Forget the freedom. They know for to say either you join Nigeria or you join La République du Cameroon. We forget who own. Now the reason this way, these satanic people them, when they say them day, who need to see them. They raise money, they give them for somewhere come and Sako and these people them, they thief them. Una get the boss for the talk down for some Ambazonian people them. Una get the tenacity for take phone. So te una say una want bring down some people. Una bring down una self. Because from the day where you talk for bring down Chris Anu, you only advertise see. You make Ambazonian people they know say truly Chris Anu they call even people that for somewhere a comment Sako, these very monsters away, they don't save money. They do all these things for destroy the struggle. Chris Anu they call them. Chris Anu they find all possibility for say make things and be done right. Now for Tosweti, you always sacrifice yourself. You always sacrifice yourself for being used with the ego way you get them. But you expose yourself for Ambazonian people them. For know truly who be you from band. Una take fighters them. Plan them, chief them, they buy them off. May they no fight. Una go see something. We don't discover una game. We don't discover una game. Let's thank Ambazonian people. This now for Fomban. And for the people the way they say we don't understand, we don't know what's really go on. We know everything. And we'll go give them the way they want them. We'll get one enemy. And that enemy, now La République du Cameroon, France and Britain, an international conspiracy. But if they use any Ambazonian, we will stand up for your heads. We will tell you what we will get for talk. May God bless you now.
A bit of play and sign up with La République. Today now, April 22, 2023. All people, where they talk about the issue for referendum for outside the now people the way since day one, even for the past 32 years, where they be claimed say they be the fight for Ambazonia, they be being a La République sponsored agents, and they be always the way be matter for them now for fit their pockets, for find chop put for their belly. So today we they all come, the hell of La République for go destroy the Swiss stock, do all those kind of things them. Now for them for run hide, for make sure say me people do not blame them tomorrow. Now where they come with the issue of referendum and where they know say La République will win for the referendum. So that me tomorrow me they don't blame them say oh when I be not go sign for Canada say na so. May I tell when I say these people they not there for anything, they not be for Ambazonia, independence for Ambazonia. Why? Because all of them they talk say they don't want them any government. They want say me they be now for groups. No people they exist, no country there for inside this world, like even Ambazonia, where you not get a government. So when you see all these people where they be fight against the issue of Ambazonia government, no say na La République sponsored agents them where they can't disguise. You know if you talk say you fight for a country, you want a country, and then you talk say no, you don't want a government because you don't want a parallel government with the one where we did for La République. Yes. Yes, because without a government, you are not a country. Yes. Now the reason why we explain why we all their time they pass on for the fight the interim government rather than fighting La République government where it come the key with people they fight now the interim government. Yes. Now why that they go team up for fight against the Swiss stocks because La République no be one go for the Swiss stock go meet up Ambazonia for them like a government. They connive with Cometa for talking me they impeach a President Sako, me they give power now to Chris Anu. So when Chris Anu you know presume say they don't take the power, now you will they tell La République say okay the game don't already correct. Now here Chris Anu don't being a president, he don't take power today. He don't take power. So maybe you La République now, may you withdraw from Swiss stocks, then we will go do some different thing now for Canada. That is the reason why La Republique, it just wake up and withdraw from the 1 year, they say they did for Canada. Because they be one, make sure see this will, me they gather every faction, including the interim government. According to them, they believe, say, the interim government, now Chris Anu, and we don't go for, it don't come, even go for Canada. It don't come, go for Canada. Chris Anu, he just said, he talks, he go for Canada. He proposed, he asked them for them, say, me, they can give a referendum. Yes. A man, you say you be a president for a country. Then you still go ask again a different country. See, me can give again a referendum for you. But when we explain this thing, the people they be naive, they don't understand. You know, if you be an independent president for your own country, then you go to ask and say, me different country can give you again a referendum. Yes. So when I hear today, Pandangam too, now the same thing. It is support the referendum. So as I talk, Chris Anu did Geoffrey Akame did Elvis Komita did Thomas Asongwe did Herman Ndufo, he did Ato Mocha, he did Judith Mwana, he did Henry Oben Atem, Emma Osong, Valerie Saningong, Maggie Kilo, Akuro, Fontem, Ayaba, Anyangwe, Ayuk Tabe, Yerima, and the other activism where they said they go meet up for Belgium, where La Republique already budgeted 83 million CFA for their flight, their hotel bills, and everything for them. People who never even draft, even 1 cent for the struggle. As they say, who say they take money now for go pay flight, for go the other side. They never even give money, even £5 for the restoration forces them. Now, the question where I want to ask them for these people them. Because I don't tell when I say, if person come like that, you type all the rest, they say, me they forget about the issue of a government. Chris Anu say me they forget about the flag, no country, no day like Ambazonia. Now if you don't talk, say me the barely people go clean back, they return to normalcy. All these people them, but they can't fool people. So that is the reason why they know this.
An answer to Comrade UN. Yes, yeah, audio. You know, you like for lie too much, and when people they leave you, maybe they lie there, lie them. You know, they believe you, you know. I want to answer you, Comrade UN. One, you talk say Sako say put the way they don't want the government. We want a democratic government. That is why when they be impeach Siseko, they impeach Sako, they be install President Marianta. And it can be for 6 months. Then finally, the Restoration Council hand them to President Chris Anu. That is democracy. When I go talk say, una one president for BT Boya. Una no time we reach that Boya. Una talk say una one president. We need a democratic system, because that practice for democracy now go help with that will go for inside Boya. We don't go Boya, go to practice democracy for the Boya. We start with the interim government system. Yes, we get other groups then too. The groups them now so all can today. They allow multi-party, multi-grouping system. It be very normal for different groups and for exist. If we go for Boya, those groups them, the one form the one being a political party, good and fine. Party the way they go to form alliances, for be with other parties. Yes, but there must be a government, but that government must be democratically elected. Because once we start that system, we una go leave one man. If Foncha and Endeli they be practice the una style, Endeli T will get our independence, or Foncha T will get our independence. Una for meet up that system so. When I feel say United Nations for even vote on our independence, when I talk on today, the United Nations they be give that answer, that ear for when I papa them back then for Foncha and Endele and Joa them all, because they be get governments, and each government be respect their respective elections. Endele no be can't talk say I no go come out, I will still be prime minister. Foncha no be can't talk say I will still be prime minister. when the next government become when Ajua, Foncha be come out. Until when it become again where Aijo become appointed again. But that is democratic principle where we want follow. And on a no go come impose on our own democratic system, on our own democratic idea, where it be very, very archaic in the sense say una the practice na that kind of system where if you can't go boya, una go make sako down a sako where the romo with a chair. It go be na pobia for 40 years. They wanna be okay with that. Tiwe with the run una the one practice inside, and also practice for inside Ambazonia way. That is why we will not side with that kind of governance. We don't want that kind of system. Because we get other Ambazonians the way they be competent. And once they be installed in Amaranta, we all be same. In Amaranta be his own competence be there, but it be get on level. And we'll be seeing and say, first, be fit even move, travel, be fit do nothing. No, if you then a teacher for UK, be fit even travel because of a job. We'll be seeing and say it be limited. And now they will say no. You better more vote somebody else we go be because we need vibrant president. That way Sako we be support Sako. I be there for Sako government. But Sako no be fit do anything. Sako is staying for Washington DC. But if you visit one senator, one upon all the money we be the chopper. When you hear Tawe Tibor Nagy be talk say since we the ambassador for Africa, no one man over can visit it. Chris Anobi, if he asks that question, whether he show, Tibor Nagy say no, he never say no man over can visit. Say now be the foreign minister for Sako government. He will be very surprised. But when they be the foreign minister, Sako be get more than 3 foreign ministers where you don't change. But we need money to enter. That way they can organize Nation Cup. Now that time we will say what? The opportunities and we will be get them for make the world know what this thing. Sako mess them up. Will be to give money, draft all man be to give at least $1,000. Money be there, no be say money no be there. But which way Sako be do that? So on one more keep these the pet leaders. They don't pet leaders. Leaders na public service. Once you know if you perform your duty, they remove you. They don't pet leadership. And if you don't want me to call your name, if you don't want me they pull you for the public listing, go start do your business. No man will call your name. But once you serve the people and the people see so you not be competent, or you be corrupt, or you be embezzle. Now the reason that way they go move you. Now the people's money. Sako be enjoy. We pay Sako a house rent every month at least $6,000. Plus the money they would give side by side. We will get meeting them, conferences them. We will go there, we will go support it as our president. Daily bodyguard. When it come for Washington DC, when it come we some program they so we guard it, we will protect it. We know see our president that. The same thing we do for Seseko. That way Seseko come for Washington DC. That way come for America. That's so we protect it. We do with Seseko even Tawe one leave America, go back for Nigeria for that meeting. But because be Tawe, he only talks he get some very important emergency. We go also to leave for airport. Tawe say meet we get them with La Republique with the Naira 10 for the Naira hotel. So all those things, nothing in that way. When it happen, he won't be for prison. He talk say, okay, no, he go the lead from prison. We talk say, massa, you there for prison. You know how La Republic in day. We not be going with praying with Seseko. The only thing I say that thing for being inside prison there, for lead, for all our information there. Will La Republic they will monitor all your thing the way you do. You know if you keep president for inside prison, it don't make sense. Even Tawi Mandela, they belong Mandela. Mandela no, he did present inside prison. He be hand over power for put away the day for outside. Tawi the day for ANC for apartheid. You know. So when Comrade UN he talk the thing and now, so it is just blown a air because you want to support a person. You don't want to look at the brighter side. Yeah. Sakode one. In one collaboration, nothing. Okay, yes, be they form your own government, form whatever you want, form. But all diplomatic community, they talk about how we need for have a strong voice. You know, the one go this side, go talk it on. The one go this side, go talk it on. Comrade Chris Arnold did every time they try for struggle, how for bring people together. Some people they only only for divide people them. Paint people them brush it. Oh, na la Republic this, na la Republic this. Yeah. How Comrade Chris in name even come up for Canada talk? I don't even know. Na la Republic they go organize Canada talk. Then they start inform that that leader the way they don't form their own say big four. But at the end of the day, Comrade Chris no be good. Yeah. We will make that decision inside the cabinet. Say me no go there. Because we know say when he go there, it will be like say na then they go form that this thing. But at the end of the day, if the Canadian government don't come up, and not say Canada government no really lie. Canada na a whole country. If the foreign minister talk say yes, they want be part of the mediation process, we go deny. No na Switzerland government did it. No na the same secretary Chris, that the secretary of for Sakwe government. Now you go get that connection for the Swiss government. Sako do it. Now Comrade Chris go get that connection, bring enough for Sako. That is why I abandon want to go for that Swiss talk. All them with these people them. They start to say we not sure about the Switzerland government, we not sure say La Republic be committed. But at the end of the day, any talk with a country do come say one can help, because these mediators then a country they can't help for solve the crisis. You know if you deny, you go to deny when someone come, you and your brother fight for house, or you and your neighbor they fight. Some different person come up from side say, I beg una no fight again. I want can be person I want can separate on moon and no fight again. Una go deny. Say no one will keep the fight. We'll keep the fight. I no one you no. I want a different person make and divide with. Una will still continue that fight for the next 10 years. No man who can divide that fight. Oh. Una go be there. So when I hear people they talk them so up and down, I just laugh. I want to respond to Comrade UN. Me no say it just lie, because we don't build Sako, we don't build Seseko. We know, but democratically, all those leaders them they don't move them. If they dinner fine and good, they don't form their own small group in the way they want to still be relevant. But democratically, we no go get that kind of system the way when they move man in a come out. Any man they move them, no one come out.
Ladies and gentlemen, comrades, brothers and sisters, this is your very boy Didi. Today is Thursday, 27th of April 2023. I just want to share some thoughts with all of us here. In the midst of our struggle, we've been battling with getting a roadmap, getting to speak from one voice. However, the initiative that the government and the other key members of the struggle have taken to start some arrangements with the Hudson Institute, which probably going to link us up to the American government for the referendum option. I will say it's a laudable effort, it's a laudable initiative, it's a laudable roadmap. My caution here is that now that some top actors, key actors in the American government are slowly making baby steps to come in to support us with this option, we are now at the final bus stop. Did you hear me? We are now at the final bus stop. So we should not allow this opportunity to slip off our fingers. Because if the Americans, God forbid, turns their back on us, they can equally forget about the struggle. If the Americans turn their back on us, we can equally forget about the struggle. So what I'm saying here is that we have to do everything in the books to make sure we conserve, consolidate, and sustain this referendum option that is backed, or that will be backed, or that seems to be backed by the Americans. There is no room for error here. There is no room for error. I repeat, even our leadership that is based in the United States, if the Americans turn their back on us, what will finally happen is that they will now start teaming up with La République and France to fight us, term us a terrorist group, and they bundle all of us in America and send back to Cameroon. That's what will happen. So there is no room for error. We have to go in full force, get the blessing of the Americans, work with them, listen to them, follow their advice, follow their roadmap. After all, they have done it in Sudan, they have done it in Eritrea, they have done it in other places. So we are not the first people to come across this. For them to even have bought the roadmap that this is a feasible roadmap, this is practicable for them, is a blessing. Because that is what we have been struggling with for the past 7 years. We have not actually convinced the international community of an option that is workable. We have not convinced the international community of a workable option. Now that they themselves are telling us that the referendum option is a practicable, doable, feasible, and workable option, and they are ready to dig their head up and support us, please. This is far more than Comrade Chris. So what I mean here is that each and every one of us have to make an input in this initiative. Be it a moral input, be a diplomatic input by contacting those Ambazonians you know that they have something to offer to come on board, by mobilizing, sensitizing our people individually at your own small corner. We are from different LGAs. You are talking to some people in LGA on Ground Zero. You start sensitizing them. Even though we'll be having media outreaches and other forms, but individual sensitization in our various small corners will sum up to sensitize Ground Zero. Every one of us in every fora here or in every forum has connections on Ground Zero. So we start in our small unit or subset, while the government will be planning a team of educators who will be educating our people on this option. And my advice to the team that met with the Hudson Institute, please, diplomacy is delicate. Sometimes when people talk, you have to struggle to read even their minds. When you leave the meeting in America, after you had the meeting with those guys, that's not enough. You have to remain in the background and be communicating with them, talking with them, making them see our readiness. Don't just disappear from the meeting and you are gone, waiting for the second meeting. The second meeting will not happen if they don't see the interest that you are already showing from what you gathered in the first meeting. The second meeting will never happen. And what will happen? It dies a natural death. So while you guys are in the background, speedily, fastly, form a forum where all of you are locked in and start communicating. And then you are communicating on a regular basis with that institute and with key brokers or actors like the Tibor Nagy and others. It is the frequent communication and enthusiasm that we see from our own team that will make them to start scheduling further meetings or future meetings. Don't go to that meeting, light the lamp, and come and put under your bed. Don't do that. It is the follow-up, body chemistry, connection, appreciation of those people, the organizers, that will make them see that, oh, these guys are very serious, they appreciate what we're doing, we need to get up, we need to support them, we need to give them our all. That's how this thing gonna work. So, Comrade Chris, speedily, you guys form a forum, lock in yourself for those of you who are there. Of course, if you think about other potential Ambazonians who can join your background forum, good and fine. And work begins. Work begins. The naysayers are out there doing their worst. But you know what? I repeat the words of Mangan. You mix eagles and chickens, what happens is that the chicken will stay, the eagles will continue to fly. So let us as the eagles continue to fly. I borrowed that from Manga. The eagles continue to fly while the chickens are there in the cage.
Thank you for that very succinct explanation about the American observation with the Houston University. The Houston University is playing a very vital role, like a mediator for America. You know, America always uses its universities to test the waters, and if it's something that they can involve, they will involve fully. So I'm very grateful with the move that President Chris Ano has taken, and the meeting that he held in Washington D.C. with the American government and the State Department, with some congressmen was there, some senators were there, some leaders were there. So it is any move that we do. That is why some people are just negative. You know, when you do something good for the struggle, they only look at the negative side. They don't look at the positive side. You know, we should always be positive in anything we do. That you see this thing, we are trying to imagine we have a foreign minister under Sako that never went for any visit or never had any meeting with any senator. You call yourself foreign minister. Then there was money. Each of the Department of Foreign Affairs had money. They had money because they had federal money. Each county and LGA gave at least 20% of their budget to the federal government. So there was money for the federal government. There was money. But what were they doing with it? We had the first draft, had the second draft. This money, we don't know. Actions are not taking place. How can we be under somebody who is not carrying out any action? The last straw that break the camel's back was the Nations Cup and the thing of the CDC that just made me say no. I will not be putting money where I don't see anything. I was one of those who put money in the president's basket, Sako's basket. You put money there anytime you want. You just put the money. It goes to Sako. But when we have the opportunity that we'll have to strike, like the Nations Cup that came right to our doorstep, where the whole of Africa was focused on us, we did nothing. So you want me to start to keep supporting that kind of person? And there was money. It's not now that we have these camps and groups now have come now that it's not even easy to raise money now. But before then, we had all the counties giving monies to the federal government. But they were doing nothing. Most of the freedom fighters that left the struggle, because it was because of the known support from this federal government, and they will come and have the guts to come and be talking about anything. It's so sad, but that's the reality, and we have to face those facts so that we just do something different. Okay, I will continue after this short break of the advertisement for APP coming on next Thursday, the 4th of May at 8 p.m. Amber time.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.
Amber Peace Plan meeting on Thursday, 4th of May 2023. Don't afford to miss 8 p.m. Amber time. Bravo, bravo, bravo to Ambazonians. After 7 years of fighting, there is plenty of good news from the interim government. Come on the 4th for APP meeting in relation to the president. The valiant people of Ambazonia have won the Republic of Cameroon outright. Have hope, but the international community is not going to solve our problems. We have hope. We should stop waiting on the international community. There are no bigger problems that we have to solve by ourselves, not the international community. Please, let's put our hands together. That revolutions that succeed have unity in purpose, a unified message. Let us all come together on the 4th. Join your LGAs, join your counties, join the Zoom. Bring 3 persons. It will be a great on Thursday, the 4th of May 2023 at 8 p.m. our time.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.
Chairman Frank, I want to reply to your voicemail here. My dear brother, there's a saying that show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. You hear no? Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. You get you would head with Defense Department. You go deal with this mushrooms. I call them mushrooms. Real mushrooms. For my village, they call them mushrooms. You're bigger than that. What the activists did do for this struggle? First of all, you know if you join activism group or activist group with Nelson YouTuber, with Kadem and those where they leak Marianta bought, and almost half of them, the Nzele, Clovis, Nzele, Erico, and Baba. Nanchop don't fall apart with them. So how many of them do we need them? How much money they don't? Let me tell you, my dear brother, why waste your time? It's pure waste of your time. You're too busy for that. It's pure busy. I mean, with female general, I don't even know where she stands right now. And I'm not judging her. Let her go where she belongs or where she wants to be. But for drag yourself, go put and they begin egg your head. When I think you don't even have, when I think say your hands are full for do better things than go there and argue. Who are they? Show me your friends and I'll tell you where you are. They don't ever give you an account on how much money they raise them and how they spend the money. So what has changed? Why even go there to waste your time, my dear brother? Please come back and refocus. Let's do a thing under this IG, under President Chris Ano. Going out there, just aching your head and bringing their nonsense here is pure waste of time. We don't need their audios here. If they kick you out of that forum, good. They do you good. Me, I don't reach a point where I know where to belong. I know who is who, and I'm not wasting. Most of the audios where they fly for before them, I'm not even listening. I choose who to listen to their audios. Some are just noise in my ears. When you are focused, you don't get time for noise makers. Some audio the day where I must listen them, but some are just delete. For maintain some sanity. I not feel listen for all the audios. So it's pure to me, whether you're there with them or not, you are more than an activist, Chairman Frank. Right now, so now you the head with Defense Department. How you expect people, whether they're under Marianta or under Sako for even one for do anything with you positive? So why even waste your time to go there, my dear brother? Well, me, I know they waste my time for anything where I know they produce anything. I'm too busy with my life. So, that's all I can say, to be honest with you. You don't need to be there. You don't need to belong there. You can go on TV and do your show, go on Facebook and do your show. You don't have to belong there. What are they offering? What is very special? Where we'll get them from activists, the so-called activists. I call them crying babies. Crying babies for nothing. Crying babies for nothing. Just really nothing. Foolish, most of them are stupid. I don't care about their level of education, but most of them are just so ignorant and stupid. And they can hear my audio, I don't care. So why even mingle with people where they know, where the reason sometimes I say they don't have a brain? My dear. Listen, this struggle don't pass the stage when the activists they will lead them. You see the Peking will sing Ambazonia national anthem today for ABS now. This struggle don't go far and beyond. It don't reach the most remote area for Ambazonia. Picking them. 9 months, they don't know about Ambazonia. So we don't need them. We don't need them. We truly don't need them. We don't need them because they've taken their stand. They're not neutral. They're not being neutral. If they don't take their stand, why force them to congregate with them? Pure waste of your time, my dear brother. That's how I feel about it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how it's pure waste of time. Pure waste of time. Yes. If you go join gang with people where they just not even like who side you belong. Say they hate with president with all their guts because he's the only man where the Republic not fit buy him. Prince Anna, come on, Fako. What is there in Fako? What is there in Fako? What you don't do for Fako? All of them, Zele them, all of them from the Southern Zone. Please don't waste your time. Just don't waste your time, my dear brother. Stay out of it and don't waste your time. That's how I feel. On a positive note, my dear people, my draft has been scheduled. The flyer will soon go around. And we're spacing it out. We're spacing it out in 2 weeks so that we can redeem all the pledges that we made for the 3 previous counties that drafted. Momo drafted, Mezam drafted, and Lebi-LM drafted, but we all owe them money. So let's give ourselves 2 weeks to pay the money and then focus on supporting Manyo. Manyo is very, very, very important for us. Same too like the BLM, all of our counties are very important and we have to really, really galvanize ourselves, get ready financially, not only with pledges. So the Manyo people have informed me to pass it on. The flyer will be coming out soon, maybe tomorrow. That Manyo draft will be coming up on Sunday, May the 14th. So we have at least 2 weeks to try to redeem the pledges we made for the other previous 3 counties. And then focus on Manyo. We have to secure Manyo. When you talk about capturing territories, Manyo should be one of our, being a border county, we should do everything to support Manyo, please. So the flyer will go around, and if we have to work 2 jobs, if we have to borrow money from our retirement or 401k, let's do it.
Revolutionary greetings to all activists in this forum. I salute all man, and I don't follow up on a lot of things that we did go on inside this forum, and I do attend a number of meetings, Zoom meetings, where they will be organized by this forum. And inside these Zoom meetings, some statements that will be made where there will be a point or points of concern for me, and I will try to ask questions, but those questions they not be answered at all. So I will still like for bring that issue up so that we'll fit get clarification on it, and then people they will fit know how we would go. That is very important. And I want just talk say if the questions they not fit be answered, make call for any animosity. I just think say I get it right for ask those questions. Now, in one of these meetings, when I be coming, somebody, an activist, he woke up, he talk say, for this conference, we would want to go for Belgium. When we'll go, the activists they go get for create a platform where activists they go to start the where Ambazonians they go to support Ground Zero directly through the activists, and activists they go to take the money they send them directly to the fighters where pass through nobody. That one it will be a point of concern for me, because we don't see how monetary issues it don't bring a lot of problems to a lot of activists in the past, and we know how sensitive that issue it be right now to the people of Ambazonia. So my question on that very issue now say the funds where they talk say we'll start to raise them. Now just say as we go for this conference, they go raise funds during that conference where they go send them for Ground Zero, or now say activists they go begin from there henceforth for the race for be like a channel where Ambazonians they get for the support the struggle through activists. That one is question number one. Number two, for the second meeting where I be attend another activist will get up and he be made a statement where he be talk say now activists they be bring this struggle to place where it did, and activists they fit take back the leadership of this struggle, they lead the struggle, and that one it will be a big point of concern for me. If it be now a paraphrase way the person be talking, but that is exactly what the person said. And I'll be trying for bring up my own idea, because we don't see now this issue of leadership, power tussle, this, it should be this or it should be that. Now it cause we for the turnaround on the same spot. I be think as activists, we don't come together for make sure we as activists, we collaborate, unite. We as activists, we push with leadership, all the leaders for this struggle, where we know our leaders, for come to a collaborative platform, maybe a council or something, where they go feel work from that platform as one Ambazonian leadership. And on the issue of finance, I be think we will fit push make all that leaders then where they will come for that table, for that council. Each group leader is sent in either 1 or 2 members from a group into the financial department of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, where it go to see which way it happen exactly inside the report back for ye so that that issue of accountability will be clear for everybody. When I be talk so too, somebody they not be take really for way if they throw in more light. So I will still bring that question them for here, so that we fit be clear on this issue. Are we going to Belgium to go and try to push the leadership of this struggle to unite and to come to a platform, a collaborative platform? And we as activists, we unite and we just stand up for the struggle, be the whistleblowers of the struggle, be the voices of the voiceless, be the eyes of the people of Ambazonia, and hold people to account. If that is the case, I will strongly suggest, we will need for stay away from money. We will need for stay away from this idea of we can take the leadership of the struggle and lead the struggle. I did throw away this topic for Inside Forum, because we did draw closer and closer to the conference. You go find make we be in phase, make we get the same wavelength, we get the same agenda. We know we go for Belgium as one. We get an agenda, and I think this way we will go for Kodu, and as the way this way we will get for Kodu. I don't see yesterday to Prince Jeka. He can make a statement for Inside Forum here. He say, Comrade Fritz Misodi, no be activist. This one a forum for activists. I don't know what it be the definition for an activist according to Comrade Prince Jeka, and what it be the criteria for somebody for qualify as an activist, or whether not a diploma or certificate where you get them from a certain instance where it qualify you as an activist. Because I know Fritz Misodi, he do a lot of activism, and a great activist in his own right. So we try at this point for gather we serve together. Actions then like this one, I think in my opinion, they further divide us rather than uniting us. If we come, they kick out. You just make that statement. Eriko Akaba, he come in, he kick the brother out. I don't think this forum a sole proprietorship kind of a thing. And so those kind of things, they raise a lot of red flags to people like me. So maybe we'll look at these things, critically, and we try for calibrate the purpose, the agenda, and the objectives of this forum the way we will benefit the people. If not,
Good morning, brothers and sisters from Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. Everybody, good morning, happy weekend. Good afternoon, good evening. Any man we ide for ground zero, ground one, diaspora, all over the world, Ambazonians. Make una listen to me very well. My name na Mola Wunja. I don't come today for tell una something where it will be very, very good, where it will be very, very important for all we, for we struggle. For the we struggle, don't struggle almost 7 years today. I don't come for educate a lot of us. We get to first of all thank we brothers and where they don't stand strong for ground zero, where they fight. We get to thank the resilience where they don't resist this La Republic people. We get to thank we population them too. The way where they don't stand strong. 6 years goes down, close to 7 years. They don't get thing for chop. They don't kill them. They still stand strong. They do the thing where we ask them for do them, for get with freedom. We want to thank we brothers and where they did prison. They don't stand strong. Say, even a way to make they kill all them, they go stand for their points. Mancho BBC, Penteres, Sesiseko, and all the cabinet members and all our civilians and when they lock them for Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. We want to una say thank una very much. Because without una, this struggle for go nowhere. We for diaspora, we own now for just push them. Financially, diplomacy, and any other means, morally, and any other means, we would use them for push this struggle. Now no be na time for we for the query or argue about leaders. Everybody get rights like a Southern Cameroonian Ambazonian to bring a good opinion where it go push this struggle for the point where we dey now, where it dey so America, Britain, and Canada and other international organizations, they don't put their hand for inside this with problem. They don't bring a point where they put them up. So we don't want anybody where it come with a very vague idea for try for challenge where they don't put them for table. Anything where America don't put it handy. Una no forget, I be make some audio want to say the day one big country, it go put in hand for this struggle, that will be the end of La Republic. We get to thank God, say America don't come. They don't accept, say, now even bring the option for we, for referendum. Now America bring the option for referendum. Now America be send Switzerland. Now America be accept Switzerland, may it stand like a mediator where La Republic refuse. Now America send Canada, where La Republic refuse. Now the last chance this way we get up, where we get to show our interest. So that America will support we stand with them. Because if America a moving hand for this struggle, for this revolution, we don't finish. At the end that all of us we dey Europe here, America, we go find ourselves now for different president for Europe or La Republic Den Haag. Yes, now so it go end. Then we people will suffer to the end of this world. Where we no go green make that thing happen. So we people then for ground zero, ground one, make una listen. Make no man no convince una. Say wait Chris Anu, the president, the current president for Ambazonia, they do am wrong. No. The meeting they be done organized 3 months ago for see the State Department for America, where they give audience for them. As they don't finish the meeting, America they bring the idea, say referendum will be the best option for we. So we get to thank God because it don't come from we, come from the mouth of Americans. And when America don't put in hand for something, Mateona, it don't be an advantage for we. May we not lose this opportunity. All these people like Ochiba Nelson And the other foolish one, the way they can't talk rubbish, una no listing. They have nothing to offer. They have nothing to offer. I've made the research, I've heard everything where everyone do talk. And they come with conclusion. My people for ground zero, una listening very well. If we miss this chance, una go for my page, una go see them. Time where La Republique be refused. Where that Minister of Communication, Bika Renaissance, Bika talk say they no be appoint or designate anyone may go stand on their behalf for negotiation. I can't make some statement. I say America don't take over, and that is how things work. America no be fool. America they get sense. They go pretend like they did with La Republique, now so they did. But later they go come and tell you that this is what we think is right, and they finish. Una forget all this small talk. Oh, Tibor Nagy have said this have said no. The final word they come out for the state house for America. As it don't come out so, may we stand for that point for referendum, or we go support them. Man we not support them. Now people they don't want this struggle may end, so that they'll collect money, they enrich themselves. So we the people where we dey inside the cabinet for Secretary Chris, we don't decide say we go accept this referendum. We go accept them and we go support them, support America, stand with them. Because if we move with serve from America, that's the end of this struggle. My brothers and sisters, my children them, we mommy them, we papa them, we grandparents them, we they still their life. We want make all man be ready, because this thing no be joke. At any time, when I get a message, we go come out. And La Republique has nowhere to go. They don't have any voice to speak, except we go be foolish for refuse waiting. United States don't offer we. And this referendum no go come for one option. Go come for two options. Una want go back for the plebiscite for the Federal Republic of Cameroon, or una want be independent. Una want be on una own. Now so that referendum go be. So if it be so, we dey call all Southern Cameroonians them. We no need for tell una. We no need for tell una, but we dey educate una for what we don't see with these people. Now any man go make him mind for who side belong. Yes, una no fear all this argument. Oh, this man, Abacho, Sako, Chris. No. Now we are talking about the people, the country. That one will come after, but there will be no problem. Assure una. Because God don't already sign. So I dey call all Southern Cameroonians them, una listen. Una listen and listen to me well. From now, may all mommy them, papa them, any man keep a birth certificate very well, or a identity. Keep them very well. One of them will keep them. Anything we go identify you. Because wait till the see now, La Republique go hurry now for go make birth certificate for many La Republique people. Where the Okato say they want vote for Southern Cameroon. And that vote go be not only Ambazonians and where they go vote. So now, we get to be very, very careful. All the those we go watch out all these mayor them, all these small council them. Would they want any mayor or any civil right person where they give you power for make birth certificate or marriage certificate? Make una not try for do that thing way una dey do am. Because if Frenchman right, we go see the mistakes and we make am for the birth certificate. They go catch her now. Any man knows how it come out. You know your family, you know your village, you know your quarter. People, they know school the way people go. So we know everybody. At least one man must know somebody. If my name is Samuel Wunja, I will know somebody way name move for Lawrence. If the man know this man, go know this man say now here the man come out. So people no go can't lie. We will no go catch them. So make all man be very careful. Now the education, that's what they bring up. Secondly, may we not listen for all this raw activism, I call them raw, because they have nothing to offer. One day they can oppose such a great initiative, such a luck. We don't get them. For all this year, we don't suffer. May no man not listen. All this Ochiba Nelson and those ABC TV, una cancel una mind. They are all liars and criminals. They don't thief a lot of money. That's why they try to be ashamed, because they don't say if tomorrow we succeed forget the country, they get question to answer. So una cancel about them. I'm talking like somebody I've worked with Siseko, I've worked with Sako, I've worked with Marianta, I've worked with Chris. So all four, I have worked with them. I know the truth about this struggle.
For listen to which way to talk. I don't follow Mr. Fabiano Deco, Nabe Sama Thomas. Maybe I put on say with a bit of interest for listen to which way to talk. But it didn't say Mr. Fabiano Deco. It go out of track. And how people, they just go out of track. Fellow Southern Cameroonians, now listen. For me, Sama Thomas, for the talk, make people then listen. It not mean that say people go always dey listen for me till thy kingdom come. People feel only continue to listen for me if I maintain my track record of which way I set out for. May I repeat again? Make all these guys that call themselves say activists, may they hear them. For people, for continuously for the listen for me, Sama Thomas, now if I go maintain my line of sensitization, because which way activists they do them, where is supposed to be now their responsibility. Now for sensitize the masses on the political pathway of a given movement or country where they belong. Now for sell the ideology of a certain movement or country where they belong. Now for criticize which I would think that go wrong. But not for make policies. Let me repeat this particular point again. Activist duty now for sell the ideology of a certain movement where they belong. Now for sell the masses of the country where they belong. And for also criticize leadership when it go wrong. But no be policy makers. Policy makers are those in parliament that makes policies. The implementers of those policies are those in government that implement such policies. Or laws are made by the parliament. Political programs are brought up by the government for the development of the state. And if you call yourself an activist, it therefore means you be an activist for sell the ideology of a certain political platform. But if you fail for do that one, you turn for being a policymaker now. Go to parliament. For that is where you belong. So now, let me go to Mr. Deco. And it will be childish for somebody for allow the substance in the chase after the shadow. Maybe I ask Mr. Deco, amongst all the people we call themselves leaders, where their dressing code, it don't change. If you tell all Southern Cameroonians how their dressing code before EBB, were they walking naked before? And now, because they are now leaders, they are now being dressed up. Oh, why should Mr. Deco stoop down that low to condemn a leader, any leader, because of his dressing code? I think that's where the problem lies. But let me also address the second problem that Mr. Deco didn't address for himself. He fails to understand that because now he's having a voice out there and people are listening to that voice, it also makes him a leader. Why didn't Mr. Deco start off by telling Southern Cameroonians how much he has contributed in this struggle financially and where? Charity begins at home. Do not stretch your fingers out pointing at somebody for what you yourself you cannot do. Start by saying that as a Southern Cameroonian, as from 2016, I, as a leader, Deco, have contributed this much in this struggle financially. When you state how much you have contributed, you now point out at another leader, yo, Chris Ano Sako, how much have you contributed financially? But if you haven't stated how much you have contributed financially, and you are challenging others to tell you how much you have contributed, how can you be asking me to state how much I've contributed, of which you haven't stated how much you've contributed? For us now to make a comparison, how much I've contributed and you have contributed, see who has contributed more. For that is what I usually do. You cannot challenge me in the Southern Cameroon struggle about contribution. I am not the highest contributor, but I contribute my own quota according to my capabilities. What has Mr. Deco, other than going to Facebook just about 3 months or 2 months ago, if I'm not mistaken, talking there, where does he belong and how much has Mr. Deco contributed? Let him challenge Southern Cameroonians to say, I, Mr. Deco, who is now sensitizing those in the village and all Southern Cameroonians in the diaspora, have contributed this much in the struggle and I belong to this society. That is where my contributions are going there. You cannot be the chief criticizer but doing nothing. Then you are a hypocrite. Thirdly, Mr. Deco, if you do not know, maybe if you get this my audio, you will learn something from it. Revolutions are never led by the rich. Mr. Deco, revolutions are never led by the rich. The rich are not concerned about the suffering of the masses. Very few rich people are involved in a revolution. In the world, from the word go, very few people are involved in a revolution. But revolutions are always championed by the downtrodden, because they are the one bearing the brunt of the society. They are the ones who can go for days without food. And if you go for days without food, your head is spinning around. You are thinking, what must I do to have food on my table? What is hindering me from having food on my table? Once you identify what is stopping you from having food on your table, you now get up and say, no, this must stop. If at all it's as a result of somebody seated elsewhere causing that problem, that is where a champion, a village champion will now get up to say, this act of suffering the masses must stop. And because the entire masses were suffering from the same thing, but they were not bold enough, like the bold one who now stood up and said, this must stop, they now set out behind him to lead. That is how a revolution is. It is not led by the rich, but by the poor. So why should Mr. Deko, in his feeble mind, think that those that are supposed to lead the Southern Cameroon revolution must supposed to be, okay, now, who is that super rich person that was supposed to be in this struggle, to lead this struggle, that Mr. Deko knows? Can Mr. Deko call that super rich person who was supposed to lead this struggle to come and lead the struggle? And if Mr. Deko is supposed to call that super rich person to come and lead the struggle, where has that Mr. Rich person been for the past 6 years, or even for the past 30 years? Why was that super rich person not concerned about the suffering of the Southern Cameroon masses? Didn't he know that the Southern Cameroon was being occupied by a foreign nation? Why was he less concerned? Is it only...
Yeah, my people wanna hear me. I want give my own version for Mr. Fabiano Deko. Anyway, I want first of all appreciate you for your good job. Then where you don't do them, you don't overdo good job. Way correct. Me, I respect people for their job they do them. But when you start attacking the leaders and for struggle, it become a question. It become questionable. This thing where they call activism. I think we started this in 2015. Some of us. We are not thinking say until you be VB for 2019. So if you not be there. The only thing where you feel when me I feel say any activist where they can now for can me motivate the struggle and with people then for ground zero, make it give them that courage, say with the winning. Not before you for come for the attack any leader, they try for empower another leader. Ma ask you some question. When we John Bakuro to become leader for this struggle, at any time when John Bakuro don't make a statement, I not hate somebody. Ma tell you something. John Bakuro, he get a reason why he live, he walk. But don't forget, Chris Ano, you know if you compare na John Bakuro for no domain for the well. Chris Ano was an international journalist who have interviewed international presidents, senior dignitaries inside this world. And because of that, Cameroon government be planned for assassinating it be wrong go America. If you don't know, when you talk say people did dress, John Bakuro did dress now who's dressing. If first get how many suit? If it 2 or 1. Because now see any expensive suit with John Bakuro do ever well. Every time we don't leave La République, every time they La République. Let me tell you something. una dey make a lot of mistake for this struggle, and for correct this mistake una dey do what they call damage mechanism. Mr. Fabiano Deco, let me tell you something. When you want do when you want do activism, talk the things that matter, that will help the people, that will help the struggle. Don't bring something that will bring destruction and hatred to the people of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. We have suffered enough. You see, all those activists where they become, they talk blah blah blah, making mistakes. You see, that's why they want to have this meeting in Brussels, in Belgium, so that they can correct their mistakes and come back as how we were before. For all of us who don't be activists, let me tell you, now few of us still stand strong on the same position. Let me tell you, everybody in an activist of this struggle, everybody in a leader, yeah? I'll tell you something. Seseko, Naibibi, most start with Bala. Now the first leader that be an activist where be standing, challenge the Cameroon government. Now activism that. You get Seseko will be an activist because he don't go march, he don't bring policy them for Nigeria before they make it president. But Tasang don't be an activist. We don't challenge the Cameroon government right inside the country regarding teachers. Before they hand over for Seseko, na activism that Amoni Bobga, all them are activists. All these two I call leader, activism. Activism na person way they talk, they fight for a people, he say the truth like a whistleblower. That's what you were doing. But now see those that turn, you attack leaders them. Yes, before now one come leaders they and they still there. And they deny any man they walk away, don't do them. Although we did talk for Dr. Yabacho, with the insulting, at least he don't do one a good thing to where he make the struggle start. When they stand say they must hold arms, he will be among in a panga. Despite all the atrocities the way they do them, at least he get his own small point to where he to be still leader. We don't know cancel the facts. Me be very open. Come to Dr. Ebenezer Apanga. If you take note, Dr. Ebenezer Apanga, he na person way he get his own Sokadef where they work fine. General transport have been a Sokadef. Other generals they don't be inside Sokadef where they work very well. Yeah, when they talk when man do good, we say no, he no do good. You come to Dr. Sako. Sako be handle that struggle. Money be plenty for a hand. Yes, but Sako no do the thing where will be one time. I go tell you correct for that one. Sako no do it will be one time. Up to night they still fight. But you know me say that time to place no be hot. On side they be hot. Although your own side for Sako no be hot. Yes, despite all the money where they chop and place, but they still hot because we get enough money. Come for Secretary Chris. Secretary Chris no be Secretary Chris was not a leader, he was under Sako. One I want compare, why when I hate Secretary Chris, what he do now? You feel compare Secretary Chris in a John Bakoro for this struggle. You know fit. So sometimes they wanna talk with sense. We don't be inside this struggle from day one. Now we give voice when we talk, make people hear. Yeah? When I no come and bring confusion. If you want to do your activism where me I be like them, focus on what they have for ground zero for empower your people and empower the struggle. Not before if you can begin attack leaders and how much they don't put them. But if they talk say they don't put money, how much you don't put them, you too will they talk. Start from yourself. Yeah, for me, Mula Wunja, I don't put money correct. Who I know. Yes, again I receive them. You too get to talk so you don't put money more here. When I not begin attack people unnecessarily. The leader then they try. How many of? With they how many? With they 8 million? How many people they don't sacrifice themselves? How many people they don't sacrifice themselves? How many people don't sacrifice themselves with their woman? They don't lose their women, they lose their family. With they did this diaspora. We una the talk, una know the respect the way una talk. I'm very, very ashamed of your message we pass on through. Go back and correct the message. Yes, no try for progress. John Bakuru. Who be John Bakuru? They didn't say if you are passive, how we inside this struggle. Manena Mula won't passive because whole struggle I was the vice chairman of the Restoration Council and everything was working well for more than 3 years. Tell we wait, they don't do for this struggle. Nothing.
Yeah, Comrade NB, you seem to be lamenting or sitting when you are 100% a promoter of such a situation. Why do I say this? Because you say when other were when you call the name, the Urishondo, the Paul, the Lon, the Anos were lamenting on others. We thought we're pounding on others. So now that he is pounding on us, now it's a problem. So I want you to know something. By nature, when you speak your truth, people will see it. When you fabricate, they will come after you. When you speak your truth, this very guy coming Diko and Number New Line, there's nobody who has not appreciated these people for what they do. Does it mean that if they appreciate and they do something, they will not do it? It will be because they were pounding on the now he is pounding on us. I would appreciate it if you pound on me on something that is founded. I'll give one example. The mandate is that you put Secretary Chris or Comrade Chris at a time. Go and look Comrade Chris dressing from when he became Uncle Marty today, whether it has changed. And first of all, Anu hasn't directed anybody, I know the leader anywhere. He worked under Sako, he was not in charge of money. He never touched money. Except that you are sending that communication where the boy was the body that were doing this. And this is the man who went to all the time crab Amazonian money. Say they need to know where the money is. My treatable. And it's a Sako situation. Then we need an audit. So if you accuse him for using people money to change his wardrobe, I should clap. When I know that is not true, when I know that that's somebody who is fighting for our money where it goes to, and I look he's dressing from the beginning to now, it hasn't changed. And they want me to be that he has used revolutionary money to buy his dresses. Now they are dressing big. And I will defend Sako here too, because Sako, when we were doing the drafting, each county bought a dress for Sako out of their will that you are coming to our county for drafting. We will dress you for that day. Just the same as in many places where somebody goes somewhere, you address, the community will dress you either by traditional dress or something like that. That's how it happened. Sako have to do dressing through that. So if you want to come and tell me that it is the money for the revolution that was used to change our wardrobe, and you want me to clap, and let me repeat. By nature, people will appreciate the way you speak the truth. And they will come after when you fabricate. It is what is exactly happening here. Look at New Line. We appreciate the best. Give you a new green. Very soon he can say, okay, every money that is supposed to be going to the fighters, you can't throw him. He's going to be getting money to be sent to the fighters. All those things contribute money, all those things like that. Now, because you make a little bit of another food, that's appreciation. You are good. Now you don't claim on top of your head. The Fabreno. See what he did for more. As far as at times I talk about the Yema Amamo, that was about 2-3 months ago. I've never known him. But we appreciate it because we saw what he was saying that was true. What he was saying was true, and we saw it. Nobody would fight him for that. And everybody appreciated him for that. But now when you jumpstart, you start doing something, people will come after you, sir. People will come after you. So know one thing. If you present your facts and the truth, 1 or 2 persons will come after, but the whole population will not come after. But if you see what is happening here, Mr. MB, let me add one little thing here again. There's something we don't know in life. When you do something, the people they cheer you up, they cheer you up, they cheer you up. When that would turn, they don't cheer you. If you pass away, you get headache reason. You won't be able to question myself, but why did I do yesterday that people loved? And now the same people that were cheering me up are against me. And
good morning, House. Revolutionary greetings. 21 gun salute to all of our fighters, generals, foot soldiers defending the homeland. Me, I see when I place the inside this struggle, make God bless una. Ambazonia must be free. Ola Munjawan just make small commentary concerning the audio where you send them out. Yes. For this revolution where we don't stand strong, we are fighters, don't defend we with empty hands for 7 years entire. Now, God don't open the door for referendum. And now the only good option where we get them as this referendum. Because not the only way that way America fit pass for they can help we. America no fit take gun say they can give for we. Make we fight against French, no. And Britain, that one not fit happen. But America fit make this referendum make it be clean and clear so that passing through referendum, none of this country go accuse America say they don't go against them. So any person will know how the politics for this world work, he know. See, America not fit do that one, but passing through this this referendum, America will make sure say will take back their country. And all of this nursing or chambers, the Sarkozy, these irrelevant activists, the way they talk against the referendum. My brother, some man there for this world where he will go against America, but you define something where you will go against America, you will get that thing. I think say it will be too hard for you to get that. Remember when I not worry about this nonsense where the pass for Ukraine. Yes. Now say America no one say make they destroy the world. Not say Russia pass America, no. America no one say, this is say if we go for some level, the thing fit be, if we come destroy the whole world, we no go find. Because if a man get poison for your head, for your hand, where if you open that poison for your hand, and the whole country where the poison go kill the whole village, America no go agree say make all that people to die. Not say Russia pass America. No country not there for this world way. America go show your finger for up the put them down, you know they. So my brothers and sisters, when I not worry about this so-called irrelevant activists in the name of the calling Nelson Ochemba and the Sarkozy Zenia or what like that. These people, they don't invest plenty money for this war revolution. They know say they know come back for ground zero again. Because if they come back, they will ask them question, they know get answer. And as we they always tell when I say La Republic, the strongest weapon where La Republic get up for here now divided and rule. La Republic we don't bribe Sarko passing through this deal for CDC and all this Nelson Ochemba, they know them. That's why anything where you will come for we positive, you will always see say Sarkozy and all these people will come back to say no, these people na La Republic, this and that, na so and so. So really for this we're independent. Now the door where God don't open up for we this referendum. I not see how La Republic fit only Even that birth certificate, then where la Republic one offer, where you go try for offer for we. We will know we are villages. I come out from my village, think say, if this thing what happen a day for my village, I know go, even if I don't make 100 years for, I know go no stranger. My country talk what they talk, if you not talk, that means you not be my countryman. Yes. This one, some trick no day way la Republic will make do for this referendum, take say if it try for bribe or la Republic. No, la Republic, I know say this Nelson or Chambers and Sako, they go talk say na la Republic go can make the referendum. Na lie, that one we not agree, that can one. Yes. Now America go make this referendum.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening. That was some of our activists. We want to appreciate you guys for listening, and it's very important when we listen to different opinions when it comes to the referendum issue. And I hope we are seeing how the evolution of the crisis is going. I will still repeat, any country, any foreign country that want to help to mediate, I see no reason why people should refuse mediation, refuse support from the different countries. When you go to any settlement, negotiation process or dialogue or talks, whatever you want to call it, between two countries, the outcome is what we have to face. You cannot start rejecting negotiation process when it has not even started, or you start rejecting a process or maybe a referendum when you have not even referendum is always conducted by the United Nations. Okay, no country will do referendum that is conducted by the other country or the other two countries that are, or the warring factions, as we can say. The international community will come in to make it a transparent way. They will not allow one country to organize it against the other country. It will not happen like that. They know why they are calling for a referendum, because they know that we have a joining cause. Okay, the name calling of La Republique about terrorists or this. America is not a country that you just come and lie to them and they'll, So that is it, and we thank you guys. Tomorrow I will have a show about referendum so that we can dissect all those issues that are happening in the struggle. Thank you very much, and thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. God bless you all.